put Twinklehead there. Just because that's appropriate. Here I got a giant box from Japan. And its only description is plastic model kit, not adhesive. You know, this is kind of a joy. I don't know. I mean, I don't keep them, but it's kind of cool. There's always like... The Japanese always use newspaper and stuff to fill out their packaging, their packing. And that's kind of cool. Because it just gives me a brief glimpse of their country. 600 grams of crab leg! I don't know, man. It's weird how they do meat over there. It is obviously some vacation type deal. Kitty. There's obviously some vacation type deal to shrines and such. Lordy. Asians and their crazy ass like health supplies and shit. I don't even know what that is. It looks like a vacuum tube. What the fuck does it do? I don't know. What does it do? I don't know. The chick's sleeping. It shows what looks like a bed, maybe, with that. I think this might be a device. It's like the Japanese are so confined for space where they are that they pack away everything. Like they'll put things into plastic bags with vacuum seals, and they will suck the air out of it and store it all away, and do this every damn day. They are not like us here in America. They don't have kind of the space we do. And man, I mean, they make good use of it, but shit. No wonder their suicide rate's so high. I mean, if I had that little space to move around in, I'd go crazy too. Futons, air compressor, razor, more food. God, I love looking at the food though. Fuck. I gotta stop that. Yeah, electronic stuff. More food. Vacuum. Oh, they love Christmas time though, don't they? I wonder how old this is. Japanet.co.jp. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, I'm being stupid. I need to stop looking at this shit. Okay, the reason I've dragged Twinklehead out there is because I've gotten its sister unit all over. The box is different. That's odd. I wonder why. Maybe because that's a Korean box and this is a official Japanese box. That might be it. Yeah, like I said, I mean, I've had that one before because I got it for like, I don't know, $9 or whatever the fuck in a mall hobby store. Because, you know, those were pretty popular in the 90s. Well, not popular. They were starting to die in the 90s. But, you know, they always had Korean models laying around, and it was kind of cool. But it was weird because you didn't have entire lines of things. Like, there would be some Leisner models, there would be some Gundam models, there would be some really bootleg type shit, and there would be some of the Vifam models. But it wasn't all of them. And this one, I never saw this one in the stores at all. So I'm guessing Korea probably mass-produced the fuck out of these, but didn't mass-produce the fuck out of these. And just like that one, once again, you have a little girl and a boy riding it. It's kind of a weird thing. I looked at images and the opening to it online, and Vifam looks like it has to do with a colony perhaps in space being destroyed, and a bunch of children all going out in mech suits. Yeah, it's something like that. Wear puppet all over. Here he is with his canopy open. Here he is with his girlfriend or whatever the fuck there. And yeah, gives you an idea of the size. With mech suits, I'm always kind of conflicted. I mean, it's like, here's the boy's body. Now, his arms, certainly they can't be all the way down in these limbs here. They can't be. They would only go up to about there. And that just, you know, imagine having your arms in that position all the time. Like, his arms would have to be in the cabin the whole time, which makes perfect sense, you know? And then his legs. Am I to believe his legs are inside these robot legs? I just can't picture this. I mean, it's like, there's his torso. His pelvis is probably right here. And his legs would probably be outstretched and going halfway down into those? I just can't picture it. But in any case, the reason I got this model is because it's kind of like this model. And what I mean is, all the other Vifam models, as you can see, it's like big fucking head, head, head. All these robots have head. And these ones, like I was saying in the last video on that, God, am I stuffed up? Yes, I am. Is these ones look more natural. These look like what mech suits would be at some point. You know, a canopy, no head, and a human sitting in there piloting it. It's very simple, you know. All the sensors would probably be, you know, laced around the body, and you wouldn't need a dumb head on it. So, let's see. Unlike the Korean model, this one has color instructions. And what ugly colors they are. I really don't... Oh my god, I've never seen this color model before. Look at this shit. I wonder if the camera's even picking this up accurately. I mean, this is like a weird, like, orangey flesh color. You know what? I actually like this, because that's weird. I was like looking at this and all the model pictures of it online and shit, and I'm like, ew, it's like this ugly brown, you know, skin tone kind of, you know, model. But looking at it in real, oh my god. It's like such a funky orange that, I dig it. I'm gonna keep it that color. It should go good with this, lime color over here, or lime, with this, mint color. So you got this, you know, kind of unique looking mint color, and a kind of very unique, orangey flesh color. I'm glad that it looks like that, because that means I don't have to go repainting the whole fuck. Cool. Okay, let me just get rid of this shit. Okay, unlike the other model, you see, like I was saying in the last video about that, these models are old. I wonder if I can get a date on it now that I have a legit product. Let's see. No. Nope. I'm not that lucky, am I? No. It's weird, like, these old Bandai models didn't put dates on it. You know, nowadays they do, but these ones, they just don't. Huh. Crazy. But, yeah, these models are old, you know, 84, 83, something like that. And it's like, they come with glue, because there are no polycaps. And these are kind of snap fit. You know, they have pegs, they have holes, they're kind of snap fit, but you need a fuck ton of glue, too. And that's really shitty because, man, those days just... I'm so glad they're over. I'm so glad that, like, models that you have to glue together are over. I mean... it's like, you know, glue sucks. Yeah, and it's funny, too. I had bought a Lasner model up at Forbidden Planet in New York City way back in the late 80s, early 90s. And I'm there on the bus, or no, I was there on the train going back to Raritan in New Jersey. And some black guy comes up, and this black guy is like the epitome of like a caricature of a stereotype of a drunk black guy from like the 70s. I mean, here it is like the 80s, 90s, and it's like this guy comes up and he's just like, he's like shaking and stuff, and he even has the brown paper bag with the liquor bottle in it, which is just hilarious. And he's like, what you doing? And I'm like, oh, I'm just building a robot model I bought in New York. And he's like, oh, you're gonna need glue for that. And I'm like, no, it's all snapped together, you know. I can pretty much put it together without glue, you know. He's like, really? He's like, I used to build models all the time, but my parents wouldn't let me anymore. And I'm like, that's kind of messed up. How come? And he goes, because I kept sniffing the glue. And, you know, I mean, it was funny, but it was also sad. Anyway, yeah, this is kind of cool. I'm digging this. There's your pilot's back. There's your pilot's front. Girl's arms. Where's her legs? Oh, there's her legs up here. This guy doesn't have any arms. What the fuck? That's odd. I don't see this boy's arms. And they are boys. I just realized, you know, that in this model and in this model, these are boys piloting this. Yeah, like I said, Vifam looks like a very kid-centric anime. But yeah, that's really sexy looking. God damn, I like that. Like I was saying in the other video, here you have a dark blue canopy, which is now on the floor, and I'm reaching for nothing. So you have this dark blue canopy of, you know, for the Twinklehead. And as I thought, this one has a very dark and, unfortunately very scratched visor for this. And, you know, I mean, man, it's so fucking dark. God damn, you can barely see through it. And that really sucks because, you know, I mean, they bothered to sculpt pilots for it, you know? I mean, if you're gonna make it that dark, you almost don't even have a point to having a pilot in there. Shit. Yeah, I mean, look at that. That's gonna be even darker with the shadow in there. Oh my god, and once he's painted, fuck. But yeah, not the best design choice, but, you know, even in these images, you can vaguely see their faces in there. You know, it's like, this little spooky face just like coming out of the ether of blue. And a little spooky face all shocked inside the ether of dark green. Although, you know, even though that's dark green-ish looking, this is actually dark navy blue. You know, that's unfortunate. They really should have, you know, made it more kid-like, I guess. I don't know. Who knows? It's still cool. But yeah, that's gonna be cool. I'm glad I got that. And the unfortunate thing is, I mean, like I said, these were mass-produced. These were made in Korea. They were all over in the fucking model shops, so they're not hard to get now. I mean, you could probably go on eBay right this second and get it for about 18 bucks, you know, maybe 20. And this one, not so much. That one was more like 40. And honestly, that's the only time... I mean, it's not like I've really been looking, but coming up in the search results of looking for Twinklehead again, having owned them before, that came up. And I was like, oh cool, they're kind of similar, you know? And if I'm not mistaken, the boy piloting this and the boy piloting that are probably the main characters of the anime, because I see pictures of those two together. I don't know. But it's like, you know, these mecha are both similar. It's just that, unfortunately, that one was the one that cost more. It cost double that, actually. And, you know, that's okay. You know, you only live once. I'm really jonesing to put these together. And I'm really jonesing to find alternatives to the polycap problem. Yeah. Because I really hate the idea of plastic going into plastic. Because I remember what it was like. I had that one, and I've had other ones before the revolution of polycaps. And man, they break. They just do. You know, there comes that one day you go to turn the wrist and it's like... And you're like, well, fuck me sideways. You know, of course now, you know, even if that happened these days, I would be clever enough to get around it and fix it and make it look like it was brand new again. But, you know, oh well. These guys are not very tall when they're put together. They're about the size of a Microman figure, and I'm looking around here, and surprisingly, I have stored them all away. Wow, I never store away all my Microman figures. Oh, no, I got one. Okay, this is a customized Pharoid, or Command 2, is it? I don't know, it's one of those Command guys from the Microman line. But, yeah, I customized the fuck out of them. But yeah, these guys, even though they come in these big-ass boxes, are shorter, if not the same size as these guys. I mean, for the box size, they're barely making halfway. Because, you know, I've seen pictures online where they're, you know, side by side with the girl action figures of Microman, and, you know, they're not cutting it. You know, the girls are just a little bit smaller, and this one's taller because it's male. But yeah, should be really cool. I'm really glad this is like a weird, funky, orangey flesh, because if it was the brown-looking flesh that's there, I would have had to have sat and repaint the whole fuck. But I don't, so yay! I don't have to do that. But yeah. Like and subscribe, and, well, Patreon, but who's got money these days? Because I kept sniffing the glue!